Hello, dear friends. I welcome you all on our YouTube channel Padai Se Dosti. In previous session, we have discussed about the physiography of Brazil. We have discussed two physiographic structures of Brazil. One is the Brazilian highland, which is located in the central and south central part of Brazil, and another one is the which is the another one that is a Great Escarpment, which is the this eastern highland. Okay, which are responsible for high orographic rainfall in the coastal area of Brazil and formation of dot quadrilateral on the central highland. Okay, so we are going to discuss about the remaining three physiographic features of Brazil in this particular video. If you have not seen our previous video, then I request you please go and watch that video, then and then only come to this particular video. Okay guys, so let's begin with our today's topic, that is the coast of Brazil. Okay, it is again one of the major important physiographic structure. So Brazil has a coastline of about 7400 kilometer. Okay, we have discussed the coastline of India also, so do write in comment section that how much coastline, how long coastline India have. Okay, so one may divide that into a two parts, namely northern and eastern coast. Okay, the northern coast extends from Amapá province in the north to Rio de Grande do Norte in the east. This is called as the North Atlantic coast. From there, the eastern coast extends towards the south. Okay, if you observe this particular map properly, so you can able to see over here. This is a North Atlantic Ocean. Okay, guys, here it is a equator somewhere here. Okay, you can able to observe this equator, and the Atlantic Ocean which is above this equator, it is a North Atlantic Ocean, and Atlantic Ocean which lies below this equator, it is a South Atlantic Ocean over here. Okay, so from this Amapa province over here up to this Rio de Grande do Norte, there is one town. So entire this coastline, it is known as northern coast because it has its boundary with this North Atlantic Ocean. Okay, and the entire rest of the coast is known as the eastern coast, which shares the maritime border with this South Atlantic Ocean. Okay guys, so let's move ahead. The northern coast is characterized by mouth of many rivers, including the major river, that is Amazon. Therefore this region is low lying region. On the coast lies Marajo Island, Marajo and Sao Marcos Bays. Okay, so I will discuss what this bay is, what this island is. Okay, Marajo is the largest coastal island located between the mouth of river Amazon and river Tocantins. Okay, the eastern coast receives large number of small rivers. The only major river which meets Atlantic Ocean here is São Francisco River. The Brazilian coast is characterized by a large number of beaches and sand dune complexes. The Brazilian coast is protected in some areas by coral reefs and atoll islands. So let's see what it is exactly. So here you can able to see the northern coast as we have already discussed, and this is the eastern coast. So in this northern coast you can able to observe that major rivers, which is the major one, that is Amazon river, and some other rivers, they drain in this North Atlantic Ocean. That's why they form the low lying area. What do you mean by this low lying area? It is a area which has a very low altitude from mean sea level. Okay, that's why here you can able to observe this dark green color, which is hardly 0 to 200-meter from mean sea level. Okay, and here it forms a sorry, the low lying region over here. Okay, so here you can able to observe the Marajo Island, how it is formed, because this Amazon river has a very huge volume of water and its velocity is also tremendous. That's why it don't form delta here, it deposit entire sediment in the ocean, and because of that, near this the mouth of Amazon river, there is a formation of this Marajo Island. Okay guys, and there is the two bays. Bay means what? The water body which is surrounded by land from three sides. You can able to observe this C shape over here. So suppose there is a land area over here in entire region, and there is only this water body which is surrounded by this C shape, then it is known as bay. Have you heard about Bay of Bengal? Can you imagine the map? Here I will show you the map of Bay of Bengal over here. Here you can able to see, here it is a India's eastern coast. Okay, here it is Bangladesh, somewhere here Bangladesh, here Myanmar, then Thailand, all these countries. Okay, so this is a somewhat C-shaped structure over here. This particular water body, it is surrounded by land over three sides, that is on the western side India, on northern side again India and Bangladesh, on eastern side it is a Myanmar and Thailand. So this particular water body is enclosed by land from three sides. That's why it is known as bay. Okay, so I hope you got the concept of this particular thing, bay. Okay, so it is a water body surrounded by three sides with land. Okay, so there are two bays you can see over here. This is one bay, this is another bay. Okay, so and in between that there is a Marajo Island, remember this thing. And there are many east flowing river over here. Okay, they are very short length river. Okay guys, and there is only one major river which drains into South Atlantic Ocean, that is Sao Francisco River over here. You can able to observe this Sao Francisco River. Here it is a Sao Francisco River, and there are many small rivers which are draining into the South Atlantic Ocean. In this way, we have discussed the coastal physiography of Brazil. Remember the two major things: the northern coast, the eastern coast. The features of northern coast are somewhat different than the eastern coast. It has a low-lying area. It has Marajo Island, which is a major coastal island made by river. Okay, then we have discussed the major river Sao Francisco, which drains into South Atlantic Ocean, and there are many rivers which drains into South Atlantic Ocean. They are coastal rivers and their length is very small. There is a one interesting fact, that is a Praio do Cassino, or the Cassino beach, is the southernmost beach of Brazilian coast on the South Atlantic Ocean. It is considered to be the longest sandy beach in the world. It is a continuous beach extending for more than 200 kilometers. Can you imagine? It is a sandy beach which spread more than 200 kilometers. So it is located in the southernmost part of Brazil, and it is the longest sand beach in the world. So just remember this fact. Okay, the next physiographic feature of Brazil is the plain region. So the plains in Brazil are confined to two areas, namely Amazon basin in the north and Paraguay Parana source region in the southwest. Okay, so we have already discussed these two basins. Here it is a Amazon river basin in the northern part of Brazil, and here it is a Parana Paraguay basin. You can able to see here it is a Parana river, here it is Paraguay river. So this area, this is a southwestern part of Brazil. So these two areas only the plain lies in Brazil. Okay, Amazon plains lying between the two highlands forms the largest plainland of Brazil. Amazon plains lying in the northern part of Brazil generally slope eastwards. The Amazon basin is quite wide in the west, about 1300 km, and it narrows eastward. Its width is minimum where the Guiana highlands and Brazilian highland comes closer. Okay, it is around 240 km. As the river approaches the Atlantic Ocean, the width of plains increases. These are mostly forested area and largely inaccessible due to frequent flooding and dense undergrowth. Most of the Amazon basins are covered by tropical rainforest. So guys, you can able to see this particular basin in the northern part of Brazil, and its slope is towards the east, means western part is somewhat elevated compared to the eastern part. And as you move towards the coastal area, or the its mouth area of that river, you can able to see this coast decreases in its width like this. You can able to observe over here its width decreasing over here, and after this it is again increasing like this. Okay guys, so you can able to see this increased width near its mouth. Okay, so here it is almost 1300 kilometer width, and here it is only 240 kilometer. Okay, so in this way this is a Amazon river basin. The other plains in Brazil are located to the southwestern part of highland. They form a source region of Paraguay and Parana rivers. Okay, so here you can able to see this Paraguay and Parana river. Why it is known as source region? Because these rivers originate from this highland region and then they flow towards this southwestern part of Brazil, and then it enters into Argentina and Paraguay. The source region of Paraguay slopes toward the south, while the source region of Parana River Basin slopes toward the southwest, which I have already discussed with you. This is a Paraguay river. It flows in southern direction, and this Parana River it southwestern direction. So it's slope in that particular direction. Then Pantanal is the one of the largest wetland in the world. It lies toward the southwest part of the highland areas. It is a region of swamps and marshes in northwestern Mato Grosso do Sul in Brazil, and it extends into Argentina too. So what is a Pantanal wetland? Here you can able to see on the western southwestern part of Brazil. There is a Pantanal wetland which is again located on highland. Its some part is also there in this neighboring country. Okay, so वेटलैंड मीन्स क्या होता है कि वहाँ पे मार्शी एरिया होता है, दलदल जिसे हम बोलते हैं, पानी वहाँ पे एक इकट्ठा होता है, उसके वजह से ये मार्शी लैंड फॉर्म होती है. ओके, देयर इज अ नो पोरोसिटी इन दैट पर्टिकुलर सॉइल. Because of less porosity or no porosity, there is a marshy area form in this region. Okay, so you can able to find many migratory birds and many different type of grasses, some aquatic species of plants and animals in this area. Okay, it is a very productive ecosystem. Okay, it acts as a sponge during monsoon. It, what we can say, it absorbs the water, and during the summer it releases the water in nearby rivers. Okay, so that's why this wetland ecosystem is very important. Okay guys, so in this way we have discussed the plain areas also. You have to remember the two plain areas, one is Amazon basin and second one is Parana Paraguay basin. The last one is the island region. Besides the mainland, some islands are also included in Brazil. They can be classified into coastal island and marine island. Most of the coastal islands have formed due to deposition of rivers. Okay, marine islands were a part of mainland. There are they are more than 300 kilometers away from the mainland in Atlantic Ocean. These islands are mostly rocky and they are the top of the submerged mountains. The islands near to the coast of South Atlantic Ocean are coral islands and they are called as atolls. Okay, so I have already explained to you what is atoll exactly. So the island group of Brazil, it is divided into two types. One is the coastal island, means which are near to the coast, like this Marajo Island. So there are some few island groups you can able to see over here. They are very near to the coast. Okay, and there are some island which are away from the coast, which are away from 300 kilometer from this coast in the Atlantic Ocean. So you cannot able to observe this in this particular map, but Brazil have some island which is away from 300 kilometer from this coast in the Atlantic Ocean. So remember these two types of island, and these islands which are away from 300 kilometer from the coast, they are volcanic origin. Okay, they are the top of mountains. Okay, they are the top of mountains which are submerged in the ocean. Remember this thing. So these island groups are also important, so remember about it. They are rocky and their top ऑफ सबमर्ज माउंटेन्स. ओके, जो भी समुद्र के पानी के नीचे माउंटेन एग्जिस्ट है, उनके जो टॉप सरफेस है, उनका जो पीक है, वो समुद्र के पानी के बाहर आया है, वो एज अ आइलैंड हमें दिखता है. दैट्स व्हाई इट इज अ रॉकी सबमर्ज माउंटेन्स type of islands. Okay, so remember this thing. And they there are some atolls also. So what do you mean by atoll? I have already discussed. Let's discuss it again. Suppose there are few islands like this and their group is here, you can see in the circular manner like this, then it is known as atoll of island. So there are different coral island, they are forming this circular shape, then it is known as atoll. So it is a group of different small island, okay, in this circular manner. So it is a atoll. So in this way we have completed the all physiographic structure of Brazil. Let's have some question over here. So figure 1.3.1 and 3.2 shows the physiography of India and Brazil. Use the map and the indices to answer the following question. So compare the indices of both the maps. In which part of in which part do the areas with highest altitude lies in both the countries respectively? So if you consider the India, in northern part of India you will find the highest altitude region, and if you consider the Brazil, then in southwestern part sorry, southeastern part, where the great escarpment are located. There you can able to find the elevated land or the high altitude lands. Okay, the in which country the range of altitude is higher? Obviously, in India it is high altitude physiography is present compared to Brazil. Compare the highest range of altitudes given in both the countries. With what difference do you see? So if you see the India's northern mountain ranges, then there are some peak which are above 8,000 meter from mean sea level. Okay, like K2, Nanda Devi, Kanchenjunga. But there is a hardly 3,000 something meter highest peak in Brazil. Okay, so which we have already discussed. Roughly we have say it is a 3,000 meter, and in India it is a 8,000 meter. So you can able to see the 5,000 meter altitude difference between the physiography of both the countries. Okay, if we consider the highest range of altitudes in both the countries. Okay guys, in which direction the slope of Amazon river basin is? So it is from west to east, we have already discussed. In which direction the slope of Deccan Plateau of India? It is from west to east. Again, we have already seen there are many rivers which are originating in the eastern slope of Western Ghat, and they are flowing towards the east and draining into Bay of Bengal. Okay, tell the region of rain shadow in both the countries. Okay, so if you consider the rain shadow region, then this part of Brazil, it is known as Great Quadrilateral, central part of Brazil, which is a rain shadow region. And in case of India, I have already told you the central peninsular India is a rain shadow region. Over here you can able to see this central region, because when winds coming from this direction, it is obstructed by this Western Ghat, and orographic rainfall taken on coastal plains. Okay, and when these winds crosses this mountain, their humidity level decreases, and that's why there is a very less precipitation in the central plateau region. That's why it is a rain shadow region in India. Okay, consider the distribution of altitude, direction of slope of land, and other characteristic of physiography. Write 10 sentences each about the physiography of India and Brazil. So we have already discussed all this question, entire physiography of both the countries. So I hope you can able to tackle this question in your own words. So guys, in this way we have completed the physiography of Brazil also in today's video session. So if you have any doubt, do comment, do like this session, share with your friends, and do not forget to subscribe our YouTube channel so you will get the notification of upcoming video session. So guys, thank you and have a nice day.